Okay. Hello, hello. Oh, no kidding. There we go. No cat cam today. At least not yet. Good morning, everyone. Oh, alright. I'm not entirely sure what we're doing today. I think we're just going to be plugging away at a bunch of little random things, but we shall see. Let's see, this one. And we're just going to look at some of these little notes I took, fix those, and then, I think that's probably it. Maybe we'll do some art stuff. I don't know. I mean, yeah, this can't be it, because this is going to take, like, no time at all. I mean, we could do rulebook stuff, but clearly it's not super enthralling content. Yeah, let's, I mean, it's looking decent so far. But I think writing is not the most fun thing to do on screen. Oh, still waking up. What's our first notes? Those are two rulebook things. What might instantly kill structures? I think that was a good idea. Maximus brought that one up. Because, yeah, they're only really scary. Only text lands without structure. Music is too loud, bruh. Thank you for letting me know. Is that better? Maybe? Maybes. I think maybe part of it is also it's too loud on my speaker, so there might be feedback. Now I can hear your rad ideas. Thanks. What are my rad ideas today, though? So yeah, I guess, so Blight might only attacks lands without structures, otherwise attacks structures first. I want, I think how to word this. Because, yeah, we were thinking about doing it so it deals more damage to structures if... Still kind of loud, really? It's so quiet on... Maybe I'm... Hold on. Oh, you know what? It's not that the music is loud, it's that... Sorry, I'm probably very loud now. For some reason, my volume was turned down. Actually, why is everything turned down? Sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say that probably just blew your speakers out. Apologies. Yeah, why is that? Yeah, everything's turned down. That's weird. I just clicked on the wrong thing. I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, for some reason my volume was at half. And so you had to compensate by turning your volume up completely, and then the music sounded loud. Turn down for what? Boop 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 boop. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for helping me with that. I don't know why that happened. Maybe I accidentally messed with it. I guess that's where it's supposed to be. Is that? There we go. Okay. I don't know if killing structures instantly is... It might be too powerful, but I guess I should keep erring on the side of too powerful rather than underpowered for the bad guys, because they are generally too weak. Only attacks lands without structures, otherwise attacks structures first. Maybe something like if the structure is on a land with only one unit. The structure is on a land with only one unit. Destroy this. Structure is on the land with only one unit. I guess destroy the structure instantly. What did I write? What's right here? I guess instantly. Maybe it shouldn't be instantly. I feel like that's like a lot. If the structure is on a land with only one unit, this card deals 5 damage instead. Maybe something like that. We use damage at all in any of these documents? Damage. Remove 5 units as card. Your players may attack 2 targets, but only take the yeah. Yeah, I guess we do use the word damage. Yeah. Just trying to keep wording consistent, because if it isn't, then it gets confusing and people have questions. I could potentially say like its power level is 5 instead, but I think that would get confusing as far as what's it called? It would be confusing because it wouldn't be its health, right? It's only its damage, so let's actually pull up Dexterous as well. Oh, look at the beta stuff. I guess I could potentially set up a beta version of the game as well, because I do want to do that at some point. Oh, right. Why is this still messed up? I thought I fixed that. All right, hold up. We're just going to show my face for a second, because I can't share this. Share, publish to web. We want OG card. No, we want OG Dex. We want to comma separated value. Yes. Let's try not to leak this code, because if I do, it will be bad. Honestly, it won't be that bad because, yeah, I know. One. Okay. There we go. Light might. There we go. That works. I was worried it might be too much text, but that works. All right, one thing done. I really want to get another printed version of this game out as well. I think that would be fun to play around with again. Baron's death effect needs clarity. That's definitely true. Let's see. Baron's. All effects on a structure your choice trigger. Yeah, I think it should be. Let's just be reworded completely. Trigger, and I gotta find the icons, because yeah, the icons should be unit effect and triggered effect and ability. Okay. Okay, so in theory, I should just have to be an ability, comma, triggered effect, comma, or unit effect on a should specifically be structures. Sure, why not? Let's make sure it's spelled correctly, because we all know I can't spell. See? Couldn't spell ability correctly. Classic beats, you know? All right, that's already done. Try refreshing it again. Barons. Okay, ability isn't... There's a good chance I spelt it wrong in the index as well. Unless... Why isn't that working? So I'm gonna turn my music up a smidge because I think I can now. Oh, wait. We'll leave that and just turn it up like... I guess I just turn it off for myself. There we go. Okay, Barons. Yeah, why isn't it catching that? My brain really has struggles reading like the word ability because there's so many like the I's and L's in the of course it's like in the worst spot. A-B-I. A-B-I-L-I-T-Y. Why is it not working? If we just do this, A-B-L. And we'll go to... We can reset the zoom. Okay, hold up. I'm done. All right, let's see if that... Okay, see, that works. I don't know why it wasn't... Honestly, that's fine, though. It's probably better that it's a specific word. Or it's like a specific key term, because if it's not, then it could potentially... If I say ability, it gains the ability to do something, then it might break everything, so... Oh yeah, like especially there, it would replace all of those. Yeah. No, it wouldn't, because it's not in the formula, but still. It's probably better that it does. Just an acronym. Oh, let's see if that works better. Okay, it's broken. It's probably because this is worded wrong. Images. AE. Yeah, copy path. I don't know if it seemed like it was different. We'll see. Still broken. Why? I'm wondering if it's just taking a second to process. No, it's because I'm dumb. It should be icon, not effects. Let's see if that works. Still broken. All right. Let's see. Let's go back here. Why are you broken? It's this one, for sure. I grabbed the wrong one last time. Sometimes I don't understand why it doesn't work. Okay, there it goes. Cool, that works. Much more clear, less room for confusion for sure. Not even just confusion, but just like just wrong play, and some things just didn't make sense. That's actually still not great though, because it needs to, now that I'm thinking about it, it needs to I should just be like till the end of the turn. Unit effects are yes, because I need to triggered unit effects last until triggered unit effects last until the end of your turn, because that needs to be specified. Otherwise, it will not work correctly. Otherwise, people might get confused there. So, again, try and prevent some confusion. There we go. Ta-da. Send reinforcements should specify when. So this one's a little more tricky, because I feel like send reinforcements is just probably too much on one card. You may move units from one player's card. You may place units onto another player's cards. You may move units from one hero to another during this turn. I'm trying to remember what the exact problem is. I guess what, yeah, it needs to specify at what point. I guess it says during this turn, but this could be at like any point in the game, in theory. I'm kind of like, so my thought process here is like, I'm wondering if it just makes sense to have, I mean, it kind of being more specific makes sense, but it's also, sorry, excuse me. Still tired, I guess. Should drink more of my caffeine water. I guess I like how it's specific, right? I was thinking like you could just remove it and make it so you can move cards anywhere. But yeah, I guess really the crux of the issue is you place units onto another player's cards. Okay, that's fine. You may move units from one hero to another during this turn. I guess at any time is fine. Because it's kind of cool that it works, I guess, basically like, it's like a free one-use trading post, almost. I'm trying to decide how I want to use. So I should be saying what I'm thinking, but so yeah, you may place units from place units onto another player's card. So that's fine, but then it's like, is this, can you do this mid turn? Even if it says, I guess, even if it should just say anytime, if I'm okay with that. My only other problem is my cards aren't designed really with this sort of formatting in mind, because already kind of close there. What was this one? Move up to 3 cards in play from one player's control to another player's control. Units remove the card. I wonder if I can fix this tiny little discrepancy here. Let's see. Let me go to player cards here for a second. We want base text. Yeah, see, it's a little smidge. Can I bump it down? I think it moves the text inside. I just need words in here. It needs to be multiple words. Excuse the noise. I think part of it is because it has icons in it, which seem to push the text up. Let's take a look at it for a second, because it only has it's just ruined everything. Where is this guy? Choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only got 5 lines, but this says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's what I thought. So icons can make it weird because the icons are slightly larger than the font. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so if it has 5 lines with icons in it, it looks weird. Who's messaging me? No one. Did I just zero it out and see what that looks like? I mean, that works. Looks better. It's a little close, but the other question is, what if I do auto shrink? And then if we just add more words, yeah, it'll get smaller. It's probably the way to do it. I wish it wasn't so rigid. What does this do for us if we do it this way? I mean, that looks a lot cleaner. Probably should do the same for the this text box too. I mean, in general, we should try not to make it so things don't fit, but if we're a smidge off and it goes down by like a font size, I'm not too worried about it. Oops. We're just doing little corrections today, I think. That's... Oh, hello, Maximus. Test or something, probably. You're right. It is a test. What's up, dude? I'm just gonna turn this on. See how that looks. Honestly, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm just kind of just doing little tiny improvement things. As I was saying right before I realized I was actually talking to someone, you know? Yeah, just tweaking things, making it look nicer, and then I'm trying to implement a few of the little patch notes that uh from like different things that we've kind of gone over. It's kind of weird to have the text shrink a smidge, but I think it's okay. I think it looks better being more in the center of the box, and it's more readable even if the font is slightly smaller. Now, the weird part is the icons definitely go below the font and make it so it's you know, it makes the spacing a little bit weirder. I wonder if I can adjust the spacing in general to be more in line with the icons. Boo, 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 boo. Wait, does that work now? Hold up. Hold up, wait a minute. Not that it really matters, but... No, okay. We can't do capital numbers. I know you're very, very upset, Maximus, but we can't do them. Still can't. Despite trying so hard, you know? Line height. Capital numbers cannot be in the game. I don't know why you're such a party pooper about it, you know? Okay, that's not what we want. We want... I think that's what we want. Keep forgetting I can have multiple tabs open at once. Because they changed that. I need something, a card like this one. Ooh, see, that makes it really small. Which I don't know if I like that. Capital numbers being added to the game is the day I sue you for deformation of character. Fair. Deformation of my own character? God, I need to make the... Part of me kind of just wants to, like, make the text box just ever so slightly bigger. Because that's too small now. But it looks... What am I even doing? Here. We're just doing little tweaks. Okay, I don't need that. 1.35. Tweaking, as the kids say these days. Yep. We're all tweaking. Turn off auto shrink for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but that's what it was before, I think. Da, 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 da. Guess that's okay, I think. If we just do that. And then this should probably, I don't know if that's like excessive. That's looking decent. Let's look at something like center reinforcements. Perfect. Okay. Wait, Han. Hi. What? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Ah. Yeah. Hi. Hello. Yes. Thank you. Meow. See how she's trying to touch my face? Little fluffs. Let's make sure I didn't mess anything up too badly. Okay, yeah, I think that looks good. Basically, for some reason, the icons were making the text slightly taller, or like slightly, the text spacing slightly bigger. And so I just increased the text spacing in general. And that seems like it fixed most of the issues. So now it's consistent. Thunder, yo. Been a bit, I've been traveling homeward. Now I've now have things. How have things been up here? Good. Just plugging away, working on the game. Actually, I'm probably going to be traveling homeward soon. I'm probably gonna be gone for like at least a week, starting next week. So probably no streams in a week, but what? But yeah, I got some family stuff I need to take care of. So I have cat fluff all over me. But yeah, it's been good. Just been working on the game. Yeah, it should be interesting. It's or not interesting, but it'll be okay. It's not necessarily fun stuff, unfortunately, but it'll be good to see my family regardless, my dad. So but yeah, no, game's going good. We added abilities to the game, so now we've got our ability icons, so different you can spend a cost to actually get a shit, sorry. No, it's not. It's fine. So basically my dad's getting a surgery and I have to be there to help help him like in and out of the hospital, take care of him for a few days. I don't know how long recovery will be, so but yeah. It's not like it's fine, but you know. it's yeah, it'll be a-okie dokie. It's just a not like specifically a fun visit. Good thing he has you. Yeah, for sure. No, it's a good thing. But it's just you know, not like a leisurely thing specifically, but it'll be good to see him regardless, you know. Oh, well, help things go. Yeah, it should be fine. hopefully. No, it'll be fine. But yeah, so I'll be gone for like a week probably. I'll probably still work on the game and try to be on like the Discord and stuff because I'm just gonna be, sitting at his house. So, but yeah, we'll get stuff done. And maybe I'll like work on some projects that I haven't really had the time to. I want to get like a lot of writing done so I can get like the next few devlogs kind of prepped, but yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, we added I added abilities, so you got like these things now, these little orange icons. Those should change the I think all of them that we added feel really good. So, and we added 2 new gods. Oh, is he going home soon after surgery? They really should go all. I mean, he's going to be in the hospital for like a few days. But but afterward, yeah, I'll probably like help him at home. Just like it'll just be like a bit of recovery is all. And it's like after a surgery, it's like hard to it's hard to do anything. So it's just like, making sure he's just, can get food and stuff. So he's like, if it's hard to like walk around because you're in pain from recovery. Because I had like a surgery like, I don't know, almost a year ago now, probably. And that, it's nice to have someone like help take care of you. These days, money is tight already too. I kind of don't remember what I said now. What did I miss? Oh, I forgot you have to pay for healthcare because USA, oof. Yeah. USA, oof. Although, obviously insurance a lot of times pays for a lot of it, but insurance is also expensive, so... But yeah, I'll be gone for like a week, probably. Maybe more. I mean, it depends on how long it takes, but... who knows? Shrug. Could be a few days, could be like a week or so. Yeah, just hard to go off and help family money-wise. Yeah, luckily my dad's flying me out and stuff, so I don't have to necessarily pay for that, thankfully. So yeah. All right, we're rewording send reinforcements. Now that it should fit in the box better, we can add some more words. Although I really am considering not having send reinforcements sound modal. Although the biggest issue with it right now is that it doesn't specify when you can do it. It feels like you have to do it in unit phase, but I guess it doesn't. Like, you could do it whenever, right? Choose one. You may play. It's probably more interesting if you can play it whenever. So right now it's choose one. You may place units from you may place units onto another player's cards, or you may move. Why is it move in place? Feels like it should be the same. You may move units from one hero to another during this turn. Is there not a place when you play spells? Are they at any moment? Yeah, spells are any moment. Send reinforcements worded. Send units from cards of your choice. What if send reinforcements was reworded? Send units from cards of your choice to cards of your choice instantly. Right, yeah. I mean, it's definitely more powerful. Because almost, honestly, it almost should just act as trading post, but a one-time use trading post for free, right? It becomes non-modal. Its duration is now fixed. Also specifies when it is done. Yeah. I think it's just clearer. I don't know if modal is helping anything, right? Should turn every card into trading post temporarily, basically, yeah. I'm just trying to decide if it's worth trying to preserve the fact that you can swap between the two effects, or if, like, is it too powerful? I'm trying to remember why we switched it to be modal in the first place. I remember it was just confusing. It even confused me. Someone who's supposed to know at least a decent bit about the game. Yeah. I'm just trying to remember, yeah, why. Why. I think. Let me actually look. Let me look at its original wording and see why we switched it. Because I want to remember why we did it, so that way it's not. I don't know. I remember it was worded horribly. Send reinforcements. This player may place units from another player's cards or move units from one hero to another during his turn. Sorry, my cat just like jumped up onto the table, then jumped off, and then ran outside onto her little catio. I'm like, what the heck was that? Just sprinting all over the place. Yeah, so it was just worded badly. It's like, why wouldn't it just say you can move cards from any... It used to be basically modal, except not phrased in the way of being modal, I guess is the way it was worded. So maybe the way to just go about it is just during this turn is also confusing, because it can mean it lets you move units in any phase for the entire turn. I think that's actually what it meant. It was supposed to, but yeah, but any phase would be weird, right? I think it was supposed to be during your unit phase specifically, that you're allowed to just like reallocate stuff anywhere. Yeah, I think it just needs to not be modal, and it needs to just be, I think your suggestion makes sense. I think that's kind of what I was thinking about anyway. Send units from cards of your choice to... I feel like that's just... Saying cards of your choice twice is like breaking my brain. My suggestion is a slight buff, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine too, because there's hardly any times where you're like, I need to move this number of units to my allies and this number of units to my heroes, and this, like, it's fine that it like lets you rearrange everything. Usually you're using it for one or the other anyway, so it doesn't really need to be modal. Like, the use for it generally is not modal, so it doesn't really matter if it is modal, if that makes sense. I'm just trying to decide if I like your wording. Send units from cards of your choice to... I mean, it makes sense. It's just saying cards of your choice twice. Just, yeah. For some reason, it's hurting my brain, but let's write it for now. Units from cards of... You know what we're going to do? We're just going to... Actually, no, I don't think I... Can I copy it? Will it work? Send units from... So, should it be any of... I think it probably should say send units from any of your cards. Or any of... Oh, yeah, cards of your... Send... You already do say that. Send units from cards... Send units from... any of your cards... Send units from any of your cards to any cards of your choice instantly? I don't know. Hello, Freddy. What's up? Welcome to the chat. Send units from cards of your choice to cards of your choice could be fine too, yeah. Send units from any of your cards. Sorry. Send units from any of your cards to any cards of your choice instantly. I think that's maybe better. Rearrange units as you please. I think I want it. So the problem with saying rearrange units as you please might entail, because you can also send them to allies, and if it says rearrange units as you please, then it might also mean that you can send allies units to you. I don't think I want that because I think that's too powerful. I have a much better idea inspired by Edmund. Okay, go for it. Yeah, what do you prefer, Edmund or Thunder? I said Thunder because it was just like, I don't know. It was more prominent in my brain. Ooh, you doos you? Doos you? You doos you. Hey, you said doo-doo. Got him. Just kidding. We're mature in this chat, apparently. As you please, sir. Cool. You must address me by my full official title. S3X, Edmund Thunder. Take as many units from any of your cards. Rearrange these as you please. I struggle with the wording. Take as many units from any of your cards. Rearrange these as you please. Interesting. I'm thinking of the implications of that. That it probably would need... Take as many units... I'm thinking about it. That wouldn't include sending to your allies, which I kind of like that as part of it. It potentially could... But then, like, the problem with rearrange, I think, is then it might entail rearranging your allies' units. distribute might be the better word. How could it be worded to not give to? So, okay, so here's the thing. You should be able to give to allies, but you shouldn't be able to take from your allies. That's the, or move your allies' units around, I think is what I'm trying to go. So the idea is you should be able to take your units, move them around any way you want inside your play space, and then additionally move units to your allies, which I think honestly, our first wording might work that better. Oh, from your side of the board. Yeah. Distribute is better, I guess. Yeah, I'm just wondering if our first wording's honestly better. Well, here's what I have. I say move units from any number of your cards to any cards of your choice instantly, which is similar to what you had, although I'm wondering if it should say including allies cards, but I think any should imply any of your cards to any cards, any player's cards. Any player cards. Take as many units from your cards as you please. Distribute them to allied cards of your choice. I think maybe just changing it to player cards of your choice. But yeah, other than that, I think if you just change allied to player, because then it means you could include your cards or your allies' cards, right? Take as is that better than move? Okay, here's the question. So yeah, we have either take as many units from your cards as you please, distribute them to to player cards of your choice. We option 1. Option 2, move units from any number of your cards to any player cards of your choice instantly. We probably have to include instantly. I think my sense is cleaner. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably true. Let's copy that. I probably will change. Take as many units from your cards as you please. Distribute them to allied card, to, we'll say player. Player cards of your choice. I'm trying to decide if we need like instantly in here. I mean, it's assume. I don't think it needs any. Does it need like a specific timing on it? Take as many units from. That sounds about right, Dallas. I think it's clear. Is there something that could interrupt this? Not really. Transfer as many units to other cards to other players' cards. Yeah. No, at least there isn't supposed to be. No, the closest thing would be like a spell, but in theory, a curse, but spells can go before curses in theory, so I don't think you need instantly. Yeah, me neither. Sorry, instantly isn't quite the right word. It's during like any it's sorry, my brain was just thinking there. It's play phase, I think, is the biggest thing. feel like technically another player could interrupt. Yeah, but that's also transfer instead of take from, and distribute may be more concise. That's clear. Transfer as many units from your card. Yeah, I think I might like that. Transfer. Yeah, transfer instead of take as many. Transfer units from your cards, as many cards as you please. I kind of like that. Transfer units from... Transfer units from your cards. Transfer as many units from your cards to players' cards of your choice. Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, it's more concise. Yeah, for sure. Good call. Good call, Squish. Transfer as many units from your cards to player cards of your choice. I think I just want to add like at any play phase at any time, at any phase, during any phase. Just so, like, because moving units isn't something you can do at any time normally, so I think specifying that can help, I think. At any time feels redundant, but also feels like players are going to be confused if it's not there. Yeah. Is it any time or during any phase? I guess I say any time in most of the other things. It's one of those classic, like, it's redundant, but it's somehow doesn't need to be there, but for some reason you kind of need it. I guess it doesn't really need a comma. Transfer as many units from your cards of your choice. Wait, transfer as many units from your cards to players' cards of your choice at any time. Yeah, because spells happen at any time, but the fact that it's like... It's technically breaking a rule, right? Because normally you wouldn't be able to do that. So being specific about the rule that it's breaking is important, I think. Because now actually this card feels more useful. A lot of time, like, I feel like you're hanging on to it until you could win the game, basically. Now it could also be used to save some of your cards by, you know, as a defensive move, which I think is better because it's somehow we removed it from modal, but now it actually is more effective in multiple situations. So... Well, normally you aren't able to delete a structure from the old god instantly either, but whatever. I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess that's fair. It just feels like it needs it for some reason. Mostly because I think that's the kind of questions I get when people like are looking at these cards like, oh, can you do that? But... You also can use send reinforcements to save units from a doomed hero. Ooh, yeah, it's true. If they're about to get like hit, you can take off. Yeah, could you could use like if you get like desolation or something, you could be like, okay, I want to remove this card, but it's got a lot of units on it, so I can move them off. Like move all your units off of your paladin or something. I did implement the idea you said about the Blight Might. It's not quite as powerful as you said, but now if a structure is on a land and it has only one, the land only has one unit, the Blight Might deals 5 damage instead. So, you're welcome for making the game harder, and it's your fault. That's all I'm trying to say. You continue to make the game harder for yourself. So, congrats. Oh, that's also cool. I hate Blight Might Grr. Yeah, so it's not so powerful that if you have like a butcher with like 20 units on it, that's going to instantly kill your butcher, but at least it will chip away at it. It's kind of somewhere between what it was and what it is now, or what we were thinking and what it was, I suppose. All right, Magic Missile. This would be a buff, and it's just almost like just the best spell in the game almost, but I'm thinking of having it, which is the destroy a monster with power level 4 or lower. I'm thinking of having it allow it to not trigger negative death effects. How do we feel about that? Because it's kind of nice to have something like that in the arsenal. It would only really affect Shade, but Shade wouldn't really do anything either because Shade is... Magic Missile isn't that good as is, though. Yeah, I guess it can only kill really... Magic Missile currently can only kill monster or Blight Mites, Shades, Abyssal Horde, Chaos Worm, and Nethermuck. And minions, of course. So like half the monsters it can kill. I was also thinking of a new modal spell that's like choose one, trigger a card's death effects, remove a card's death effects. Ooh, okay, that could be kind of cool. I kind of like that. That's pretty sick. That is cool. Yeah, honestly, why not? We'll give. I think Magic Missile just having a little extra utility could kind of be cool. What's my thing for negative death effects? Oh, do we not have these in here? Oh, wait, no, it is. Do not trigger. Negative death effects do not trigger. Cool. We're just gonna go with it. That way it's gonna be kind of cool for like to save you from certain situations, I think, like the Chaos Worm or Abyssal Horde. With Magic Missile buff, wait, what if Magic Missile buff is fine though? Yeah. Well, wait. Oh no, that fixes the whole what if you use Magic Missile on a Shade, does it kill the player joke. That's true, right? We can't kill the player anymore. Damn it. Well, technically Banish from Existence still does that, so it's okay. We're not removing it completely. Still Banish from Existence kills the player. So no worries there. We still have our jokes. Camp should have rewording. What's the inspiration for this game? Like starting point idea? I have like a whole like 27-minute video on it if you want to watch it. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if like people find me from just randomly streaming or you know, watching my videos, but I do have a video on like the whole process, but the short version, the like initial inspiration was the game Stacklands, which is like a survival card-based game. I'll show you. That's what like initially inspired me, because I was like, oh, what if it was like just like a cool sort of like survival resource management sort of card game. It evolved a lot from that. I would say a lot of it now is more, so this is like you basically like move resources around, and it's basically like a survival like Minecraft or Don't Starve or something like that, where you kind of have to like, you know, do things to you know, collect stuff, feed your whatever, have resources, move them around. But it kind of evolved from there. That was like the initial idea, and then it's got a lot of magic inspiration. Oh, I knew Stacklands, but I didn't remember the name. Yeah. It's got like a lot of magic, I guess, inspiration in there. Especially because like, so this was done for like a game jam. The idea was like we had 2 weeks to make the game. And so like you get things like, you know, lands, and lands are like, you know, your resource cards. So it's very similar to that. And then I just like co-op games in general. So I thought just having, you know, a game where you're playing together rather than, you know, against each other was cool. And so that's really the main sort of inspirations there. And then you have, you know, your resource management aspect, so you can move stuff around between cards and stuff like that. But we wanted to keep it simple as possible because we knew we only had 2 weeks to make it. So, yeah, there's a whole bunch of inspirations. But yeah, Stacklands was the original like thought. Like it was the first thought I came up with. Like, oh, what if it's just like a co-op Stacklands? And then it was like, well, I like co-op games where you're most likely to accidentally hurt your friends. Like, God, I always forget the name of the game. Lethal Company or something like that. No, but here, let me just pull it up real quick. My channel. Munchkins, I help you, but sorry, add, copy. Hopefully I just copied the link to my video and not to the ad. I feel like it did that before. Not. Oh, that might have a time code. You can ignore that if it does. But anyway, that's the video. Watch it at your leisure. It's like a 27-minute long video, so it's not short, but yeah, it's kind of the whole process of how I made the game. So, or like the initial beginning bit. It's the anti-co-op game, I know. Munchkin is elite, you said. Okay, sorry, I misread you. All right, where were we? I think honestly, it might have to hit the bathroom real quick. So let me put this on. Be right back. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. There's nothing enjoyable about this game. What have I been linked to? That is the judge's initial reaction to our game. He actually talked about it like in the comments, which was interesting, but yeah. So I figured I'd use it as a cold open because why not? But it explains the whole story. I thought it was interesting. Step on him good. Yeah, it was a little much, but he kind of apologized, so I'm not too worried about it. I wasn't worried about it anyway. It was like initially like my only real annoyance with it was the what am I trying to say? The fact that he didn't give constructive criticism. I didn't care that he was like a jerk about it. If he was just like, you know, hey, your game sucks because A, B, and C, it's like, okay, cool, thanks. But the fact that it was just like nothing was the biggest thing. But like I said, he said he didn't he regretted phrasing it the way he did. So here we are. I'm okay with it. I ain't mad, you know. But there has to be something. Yep, I don't know. Here we are. I mean, to be fair, like the other judge gave his critiques first and then he said his thing, which I would just think that meant like the way what he phrases, like he didn't feel like he needed to repeat what the other judge said, but like, yeah, I don't know. At the same time, it was like he could have just said, you know, oh yeah, I agree with, you know, the other judge, but here we are. Here we are. Camp needs rewording. Where is camp? This card may attack on each. It wasn't this part. It was the unit effect, I think. If this structure has 10 or more units on it, you may move units from your heroes to place them on other cards you control. Doesn't need rewording? This card may attack on each of your allies' turns during attack phase. Why does it need rewording? If this structure has 10 or more units on it, you may move units from your heroes and place them onto your other cards you control. Why does it need rewording? Why did I write that? I don't know why I wrote that note. If this structure has 10 or more units on it, you may move units from your heroes to place them on other cards you control. I don't think that needs rewording. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'll probably remember at some point being like, oh yeah, it was this, but It does sound like it needed a workup. It doesn't sound like it needs a workup. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I wrote that. So I just we'll doesn't. Yeah, I saw that. Sorry, I can't read. You said it right. I just couldn't read. So I guess we'll just move on from that. Reword Chaos Keep. I really need to stop saying reword. Although Chaos Keep, I guess, I need to write reasons, otherwise I forget what it is. Each player must attack with at least one hero on their turn if possible. Does not apply. I don't know if that really necessarily needs. I think the if possible is a little confusing. I think it should just say if they have a hero, they must attack with at least one on their turn. Because if possible is trying to imply that if they don't have a hero, they don't have to attack. But also this also says hero. I'm wondering if it just say they must attack on their turn if possible. I'm trying to think through this. Because yeah, this is redundant because it says hero. Because the god is obviously not a hero. Yeah, this card actually is more confusing than I thought it was. Each player must attack with at least one hero on their turn if possible. Okay, thinking that through. I think it should be something like if this isn't quite right, but I'm gonna write it out first. If they have a hero, players must attack at least with one hero on their turn. I think that's the right way to do it. If they have a hero, players must attack with... I don't know why I keep writing out numbers. It really should just be... If players attack... If players... Sorry, if players... Yeah, I don't know why I did it this way. If players... if players have a hero, they must attack with at least one hero on their turn. If so, like, weird how much like wording is I say this like almost every stream now, but it's weird how much like wording is just the most important thing in this game. Like, just making sure it sounds correct and like is not confusing. If players have a hero, they must attack with at least they must attack. Apparently I can't. I was being very dyslexic there. They must attack with at least one hero on their turn. Is this like so situationally like bad, but like not, that situation never comes up, if that makes sense. It's very like, it's hardly ever that this situation comes up where it's like you're forced to attack. I think honestly a better thing would just say every hero has to attack on their turn. It's still situationally not that bad, but there's potential that the situation is bad. I'm trying to decide if I make it like scary. All right, this is like the fix for it, right? That's option 1. Option 2 is something like players must attack with every hero on their turn. Option 3, I had a thought and now it's gone. Crap. When I made a simple dice game, I had to reword things a few times to clear up. I could only imagine with the amount of wheels in play here, the nightmare of changing something that seems small. Yeah, for sure. I've had a few cards that have been my complete nemesis. One is Bridge, which basically allows your allies to have the effects of your cards. But getting that to like work correctly has been just an absolute pain. And then the other would be Abyssal Horde, although Abyssal Horde's been kind of neutered, honestly. But they have changed the game completely. You know, there's an introduction of minions now, which I've been meaning to do this for a while. Hold up. Can we do this? Beautiful. Endling needs to be at the top of the deck, so it's just easier to sort. No, we'll figure that out later. Yeah, Endling being at the top of the deck just makes it so much easier to like work in Tabletop Simulator. Now the question is, I just need to do this. This should fix it. Oh, no, it doesn't. Weird. Okay, maybe I'm just stuck like this. Is it just broken now? I'm so confused. I feel like I just broke everything. All right, well. Freaking click signs the same cloud. Yeah, I think I just keep breaking everything. It's fine. I just want to make sure I didn't mess everything up. That was there. Is Emily even here now? Oh, I really messed everything up, didn't I? Sure did. I done broke it. For some reason I can't undo it. Okay, there we go. It's fixed. We're fine. Everything's fine. I hope not. Yeah, no, I think we're good. I mean, worst case, I have backups and I can just go back. But it should be fine. You know what I need to do? I need to also fix... I need to also do this while I'm at it. We need to do card... card base. We need to change the line height 3.5. We need to turn auto shrink on. And then we need to do the same for the defeated effect text. And that should fix our problem with icons on the old God cards as well, hopefully. See, that's a little concerning. I think I need to actually... Bear with me. There's basically some weird stuff where like the text is getting all flim-flammed, as it were. I think I just need to go like that. I think that works. Arguably though, I might need to it's moments like these where I'm solid on writing in a journal. Yeah. Fair. Fair, fair. Wait, hold on. See, like, technically this should be, like, there. This should be here. This should be here. It's gonna make some of this look bad. A computer can't undo things, or or a computer can do things I can't undo. Or get back in. Yeah, Control Z is really nice. I did some actually I can show you guys, why not? I did some traditional painting yesterday with my mom. And we did like an abstract piece. That's it right there. There it is. Wow, abstract art, wow. But yeah, it was weird because it's like, oh, I can't undo any of this, you know? You do a brush stroke, it's like, yeah, you can go over it later, but it's not like you can just Control Z it. Yeah, some abstract art. It was fun. It was fun to work on. That rocks with fam. Yeah, it's awesome. It was cool working with my mom, and just we don't really. She's like a painter, and so it's kind of cool to just like work on stuff together. We don't really do that enough, so it was cool. It was fun. Hath arrived. You just missed traditional painting. Control Shift T. There you go. I made a painting with my mom. It's an abstract. Wow. It actually is inspired by the colors of Amplification Tower, actually. It was vaguely inspired by the color palette of the old gods. So I thought that was funny. Anyway. Yeah, I just did an abstract piece. I need some art in my house. So that would be fun to do. Fun collaborative thing. As someone who doesn't really like abstracts, it's a nice painting. Well, thank you. Yeah, abstracts can be like weird for sure. It definitely can be lame sometimes. What did I just do? Oh, right. I had one more idea here. Now I lost it though. I'm trying to reword Chaos Keep because I don't like the wording on it, especially because it's redundant and doesn't make sense in its redundancy. Because right now it's each player must attack with one hero on their turn if possible. If possible, and then it says does not apply to male God of War. That doesn't make sense because God of War isn't going to have to attack anyway because he's not a hero. If possible is a weird word because it doesn't really say what it means. Because it should really say if a player has a hero, they should attack on their turn, which is why I reworded it to if a player has a hero, they must attack with at least one hero on their turn. The thing is, Chaos Keep isn't that strong, and I'm wondering if it makes sense to leave it as is at like its current power level, because it's kind of designed to just be like a beefy thing that players just have to like work through, and it gives them a reward, right? It's almost designed as a weak thing. Alternatively, I could make it something like players must attack with every hero on their turn, which I think does some more of something. Typically, people are going to have to attack anyway. Oh, I didn't see the red. That was my bad. No, I mean it's kind of like one of the obvious like conclusions, right? What if it forces, because I mean you're still probably attacking with most heroes on a turn. The only thing I could see this being really bad, like it could be situationally really, really bad. Like say a world ender spawns, you have a bunch of cards, and then you just kill all your heroes. I guess you could attack whatever you want, but if there's like if you're at a loss for units, it's like one of those ones that's situationally potentially really bad, but that situation probably won't happen, you know? I think that's probably cooler though, right? It's more interesting. Because right now it kind of doesn't do anything. What if Chaos Keeps forces your strongest hero to attack a player card of your choice? Oof, oof. That's a giant buff to Chaos Keep, but still. I had a similar idea, and well, not similar, but it had something to do with oh, it was something kind of an in-between the first and second option I said here. If it said something like players must attack with their weakest hero. Because there could be a situation where that just kills the hero. That's like at least slightly worse than they must attack with any hero, right? So if we wanted to still be weak, that would kind of work. I need more playtesters. Send in more. Honestly, I need to start doing the playtest. Like I set everything up to do playtests with people, but then I kind of fell off of that. We don't have like a huge Discord community though. There's only like a few people, so it's like we're still working on that. We're close to hitting 60 people though, which is kind of cool. Wonder if the rulebook actually forbids you from attacking players' cards. It doesn't. But it also... I don't know, honestly. Because, yeah, I guess you could do God of Death and then attack other players' cards. That is kind of interesting. Or God of Destruction, rather. That might be something I have to put in for clarity, but... I don't know, man. I think that's too advanced a strategy for me. Honestly, usually action economy is more important than units, in a sense. So I think attacking your own units to kill... Or attacking your own stuff to kill them to gain units probably isn't worth it. Because you lose one... You at the very least be losing 2 units, right? Because you lose one off your thing and one off your, like... card that you're attacking and one off the attacking card, if that makes sense. And then you'd only gain 5 units total, so you really only get a net gain of 3. So in theory it wouldn't really be that worth it, but technically there isn't a rule for forbidding it, but there also isn't really any rules on how to attack your allies or your own cards, rather. Okay, sorry, what was the idea you said? You said players have to attack their own hero. Must attack own cards or allied card, or attack a player card. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think that's a cool idea, but you can't attack me if I attack me first. True. I think that's too strong for this card. I'm trying to decide. I feel like it's too weak as is. It like pretty much does nothing most of the time. It would just be bad like if you got it early game and it was like the only thing on the board, right? Which, I mean, maybe is okay. It's bad early game and then it's bad... I think changing it to the weakest player or weakest hero might be more interesting, because then you have to like consider how many units you're putting on your guys, but it's bad first draw, basically, not even really early game. I mean, yeah, it's true. Usually there's enough targets to attack. You usually don't have, because if you had like a, yeah, honestly, it's just hardly bad. It either it probably needs some sort of buff. I don't know if I want it to be attack or all heroes must attack. I think all heroes must attack might be more interesting, because typically you're attacking with all your heroes, but You attack a minion, they're practically guaranteed to be there. Yeah. All heroes more interesting. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so if players have... Do I even need to include if players have heroes? I don't think that needs specification if you're talking about multiple heroes. Players must attack with every hero on their turn. Goes with the theme of chaos, for sure. Players must attack with every hero on their turn. I mean, usually you're attacking with every hero anyway, but... I guess the... Well, actually, no matter what, you have a thing to attack, right? Like, even if you have 4 heroes and you kill everything, you can still attack the old god, even if... I just need to make sure that, like, attacking cards that kill your own units have it, or kill your own... Attacking a thing with power level higher than yours, than your units, just kills you. I think I just need to make sure that's... It's not too uncommon to not attack with a hero, true. All the time. Do you have situations where you don't want to attack with all heroes? Potentially. Like, there could be a time when you have, like, something like a card with a unit effect. Like, I don't know. If you have your cleric has 6 units on it and you don't want to lose that effect, you might not attack with that hero. Your hero might only have 1 unit on them, so if they attack anything, they'll die. So every now and then, yeah, there's some heroes have good utility that you want to leave on the board. Exactly. Oh, it's kind of less so now. I feel like there's not as many defeated effects, but... Or not defeated effect, unit effects. Well, I think there was only 1 anyway, but... Okay, wait. I'm waiting. So it'd force your hand with chaos. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's sort of like a... Yeah, forcing you to attack even if you... If Chaos Keep and Paladin is on the board, does Paladin attack? I think it needs clarity. I was thinking that too. It should say, like, if any hero can attack, they must. Okay, hold on. Players must attack. This is why, like, the if possible was there, I think. Well, not necessarily, because that was pre... I just don't like saying if possible. Players must attack with every hero that can attack on their turn. You did clarify all heroes, not if able. So not all heroes can attack, that's the thing. So Paladin doesn't have an attack icon. You can see the red icon here. If they don't have that icon, they can't attack. So Paladin doesn't actually have the ability to attack. Which I kind of was thinking about changing the card art to have the sword in front, or the shield in front instead of the sword, but... Even some structures and gods can attack too. Yeah, it's true. Although this is specifying heroes, so it doesn't necessarily mean you're... Because I used to have it clarifying that God of War doesn't have to attack, but it only says heroes anyway, so it's like, that wasn't necessary. Players must attack with every hero that can attack on their turn. Just showing the attack icon, yeah. Players must attack with every hero that can attack on their turn. Cool. I think that's good enough. It's definitely scarier now, but again, I'm kind of more okay with bad guys being worse, especially because I don't know if abilities are really a net buff or if they're like kind of a net neutral. Like the player patch so far. I think it might be a slight buff because like things like Cleric and Elvish Archer's technically nerfed unless it's early game and you don't have a ton of units, but Merchant, Cleric, Mage are all better, I would say. Abilities are a debuff in my opinion, but we'll have to see. Yeah, I think abilities in general are a debuff, but some of the things we kind of buffed while doing it, right? Mages remove or like doesn't have a unit effect anymore, and they're just more powerful in general. Elvish Archer is a debuff for the most part, unless you don't have enough to get to 10 units, and you can still like attack 2 single targets, which gives you more action economy, but relatively a debuff, I would say. Cleric is a buff for sure. I don't know, kind of hard to say. Abilities don't have to be debuff though. Yeah, that's true. Mage's Tower is like technically had an ability already, and then it's just better because we decided, hey, it's dumb to discard a card to get 5 or get 2 units. So now it's 5. So there we go. Trading Post is weaker. Merchant's definitely stronger and more interesting. So I'm cool with that. I don't know. We'll see. Worst case, though, honestly, rather than... I'd rather... Merchant is cooler, too. Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited to play with the new Merchant. Besides, I mean, we are going to add deck building at some point, so if the monster is stronger and scarier, I'm not really concerned, or if the Old God is stronger and scarier. Plus, we can always make the Old God weaker by just having them draw less cards. As long as the stuff that they have isn't, like, unfair, I think it's fine. So, here we are. I'm gonna put players must attack another player card into the card ideas, because it's a cool idea, but not for what we're doing right now. I feel like deck building needs to be some major restrictions. Yeah, I agree. They need to have instead of be, yeah. Needs to have some major restrictions. That's true. Yeah. I think I don't know, I guess we'll see. Like right now, with the number of cards that exist, making a deck would be too strong. But if we add double the number of cards, then imagine a 10 mountain deck. Yeah, I think honestly it's just a similar structure to like what we have now. I think I want to double the number of cards that exist. And then and then you basically use the same format that we have now, potentially. It honestly could even just be like something like depending on how many cards we make, right? It could be something like how like Magic's commander rules work, like where it's you can only have one of each type of cards, right? And also Mountain's been nerfed, so it's not even that like. And then you're not getting unit generation, so this is going to be kind of a CCG. Yeah, that's the goal. Right now it's kind of just more board gamey, but I would like it to be like a trading card game kind of deal. I mean, it might not be like exactly like card collector, I guess is what CCG, right? Yeah. Yeah, like I want to have like different units and stuff like that and different enemies and all that kind of stuff. I don't think it'll necessarily be actually like trading card, I guess. Yeah. Because there probably won't be. You'll probably be able to buy packs, and it's not like you're gonna get. I don't know. There's a few different routes that I would like to take. I'd like to take all of them, but obviously time is a thing. Currently, obviously, this is playable. Actually, I don't even know if you joined the Discord server last time, right? I'm starting to like lose track of people. But yeah, I mean, this is playable online, right? So you can play on Tabletop Simulator and on screentop.gg or print and play. So it's all playable. Not the current version, obviously. Yeah, you did. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't misremembering. So yeah, all that totally cool. The goal is, yeah, to add a bunch of cards. And then I would like to probably have some sort of printed version. I don't know exactly what that looks like yet, but probably eventually maybe doing a Kickstarter. I think it needs to become more popular. But the first goal there is to do something like I kind of want to honestly do something like Slay the Spire or like Inscription, something like that. So like a roguelike deck builder like video game. Of course, that requires me to learn like coding and stuff like that, but I think that would be the route I want to go. Well, for a printed version, you'd also either need to somehow do it yourself or find a publisher to do it. Yeah, I'd probably find a publisher more than likely, but I think with that, I would need like a bigger following, right? I need like, I don't know, probably 100,000 subscribers at least on YouTube, which means I really just need to kick out more videos, but life's been weird, so yeah, here we are. But yeah, so I think the goal is after this patch, maybe one more like hot fix patch to fix anything that we're like, oh, that's completely broken and whatever. And then also Inscription is a good place to start, but Inscription relies heavily on a small size of your deck, making single big cards, where A is more about generally the way you use your deck. That's true. Yeah. Which, I mean, I think is probably good because it's like, you know, different, right? But yeah, Inscription's definitely more I guess beginner friendly, right? This game's a little bit more, or it's definitely more complex. I'm thinking more just like gameplay, right? Not necessarily, not gameplay, but more like structure of the game rather than actual gameplay itself. But You have to make the deck manipulating segment more about large changes, like all mountain cards cost, like changing the all mountain cards for a cost, etc. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about like modifying cards in game, because most games have that where you like change the number of things, like you modify the existing cards, which is too difficult to keep track of in a physical game. I guess the question is how much I want to diverge from video game to like physical game, because right now it's playable on both, right? So diverging from that might be, I'm not sure how I feel. I don't know if I want to make it. I feel like a video game should diverge a lot. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Because I can see like just, you know, adding cards to your deck as you go, but it's still your game. Yeah. It would. I mean, like, it doesn't have to though, right? It can, for sure. I think the main idea is like a structure changes up like crazy. Well, I mean, so here's the thing. Like the game could still technically play the same as a digital game. The way it's thinking of it is like, you know, you would add cards to your deck rather than modifying existing cards. That said, you definitely could have stuff that modify existing cards and it'd probably be more fun. If you make a video game without changing much for the video game version, it would like comic book without pictures. You potentially refusing to utilize the things that video games lets you do. No, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. I definitely could see doing stuff like that though. I think the initial version would probably be pretty similar, but maybe, I don't know. I just don't want too much scope creep, right? Because I've never made a video game before. So I think the start is making the game almost exactly as is and then adding elements as like I want to. You could also add things that are good ideas but only bad because they're hard to keep track of. That's true. You should start making it as is 100%. Yeah. So I think that's the thing. I don't want to like... I don't want to overdo it for sure. I think, yeah, just making the game as is to start and then going from there. Like adding like a campaign mode, right? Where you do add cards to your deck and you keep going. And then, Race for the Galaxy didn't change things up when it gone digital, but it isn't a TCG. I don't think I'm familiar with that one, but let me pull that one up. Yeah, I don't think I'm familiar, but it's a card game too. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think initially I just wouldn't change things up and then, you know, potentially add stuff to different game modes that make it more interesting. But we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, because I guess modifying cards is like a pretty interesting concept, right? And pretty much all like, you know, deck builder card games have that capability, right? Where it's, you know, I guess, yeah, Inscription, Slay the Spire. I'm trying to think of other games that have stuff that modify existing cards. Changing a lot of cards in your deck doesn't give you a lot of freedom if you think about it. It's not actually about freedom, though. It's about dealing with the options that are given to you, right? So, like, it's about getting, like, random cards and then trying to make the best out of what you do with them, right? Because, like, that's how roguelikes work, right? Like, Hades, you don't technically modify. I mean, you obviously modify your abilities, but it's not like you're modifying the abilities on top of modifying them. I mean, sometimes you are, but it's like it's more of like an additional effect. And each card you can assume is like an effect. And so as you gain additional cards, you can work them into a deck and try to build the correct one. Modifying and that kind of stuff is just an extra interesting thing on top of that. Been rocking that game. I really need to play the new Hades 2. I haven't gotten it yet. Such a good game. Or like Risk of Rain, right? Like, because like you assume each card is like an item, right? And as you gain the items, I just don't know if it necessarily needs like to modify card effects. I think you can. I think it could be cool, but just because every other game has it doesn't necessarily mean it needs it. Mostly because like there's a lot of complexity to the game already, like more than I kind of figured there would be with trying to like keep such a simple concept. But I don't know yet. Like I said, it's kind of all conceptual, so it's kind of hard to say whether what the right option is currently. But those are my thoughts. I don't know. I agree that it probably should, and obviously like when you place a card down, it will show like indicators of like how things change. Like I mean, for this card, for example, right there, if you have if this hero has 6 or more units on it, then you gain 1 more damage before getting attacked. Like it could show temporary units on your units when this card is in play and has all this stuff activated, right? Or like any of these things, like it could show your card draw amount is like, you know, an indicator. Here's how many cards you draw per turn, and then when you put enough units on it, it shows like the indicator lights up one, right? Blocking different effects. Oh wait, sorry. Maybe instead of changing more, end up with blocking different effects. Yeah, I'm not sure. You mean like for making it more difficult, like turning off effects or something? I mean, again, this is all conceptual. I think just making the game as is to start, and then we, you know, go from there and try to like, you know, add what is needed, right? There's a saying, and I feel like I've said it on here before, but it's like, something isn't finished when there's nothing, or when there's nothing more to add, but when you can't take anything else away. So sometimes simplicity is the key rather than more complexity. But we'll see. I don't know. I think just as long as you like get stuff, as long as you go along, getting different cards and stuff, and you know, when you pick cards, it might cause the old god to get, you know, scarier cards and stuff like that. I guess I'm kind of undermining how complex the game is already. I mean, you know, it's Yeah, I think a digital game is going to make a lot of the complexities that are already there much easier to deal with, right? I don't know why I just wanted to make the Blight My dance for a second, but I did. I'm kind of just not procrastinating, but making game digital is a slight buff on both sides, right? Exactly. Yeah, it makes it just easier to keep track of. These all keep forgetting effects. Oh, for sure. I think part of the reason I keep forgetting stuff too, though, is because I'm trying to, like... I think if I just detach myself from, one, streaming, two, from, you know, I would okay, I think probably regardless of who you are, you'll forget stuff. But I'm also, you know, trying to stream and make sure the game is balanced and, like, all the other stuff. You know, actually, like, along with just playing the game. So I feel like if I was able to detach myself from all that more, I'd probably forget less. But that said, I think I'd probably still forget stuff regardless. But I think Inferno is my least favorite looking card. It just didn't draw the fire that well. Anyway. Gosh darn, I don't know how to word it, but kind of army currency. We change something up and have it end up with stopping X effects. Or be a limiter. Okay, I think I see what you're saying. Kind of like you're talking about, like, making the game more difficult. Kind of like I guess we're talking Hades, right? Like if you have beaten the game, you know, there's effects that make the game harder as you like play additional versions, like, you know, yeah, like effects that affect the whole game, right? Like difficulty settings, if I'm understanding you correctly. I think it would, but you have to plan out what you'd want to change in a deck. Yeah, that's fair. I'm still not used to this saying Barrens. I'm still used to saying Wasteland, but we've changed things. Sorry to interrupt, but do you have any business email I can send a portfolio to? That's a good question. Do I have a business email? I've got a Discord server if you want to post something on there. Otherwise, I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. What you looking for, buddy? We're kind of just shooting the shit anyway. We're not really anything serious. I'm kind of just I kind of got everything done I need to get done. Didn't want to break any self-promotion rule, basically. I mean, I've got which I don't think I have a self-promo section specifically in my Discord. Are you here? Yeah, you are here. Wave, hello. At least I'm assuming that's you. I thought I had a server for that kind of thing. Didn't I have a game music composer, basically? Okay, gotcha. I thought I had a server for this. Oh, text channels, there we go. Your creations are... Yeah, if you just want to post in your creations, that's probably fine. I need to have like this one right here. I'm cool with that. Game music's cool though. I don't particularly have use for it currently, but you know, here we are. Not even close to that phase yet. Well, not that I'm not close, but Here we are. Yeah, if you want to post in the Your Creations thing, I do need to have a self promo or a promo section, like a self promotion thing, because I do want to help, you know, foster that sort of creativity and stuff. My channel isn't really hardly big enough for you to like get many hits from multiple people, but because yeah, currently this is just a card game. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of music opportunities. The question is now, what do we work on? Because I could work on the rule book, but that's going to be boring as heck. Because currently we're just like hanging out, you know. I could do more art, I guess. I'm trying to think what that would be. Let me hit the bathroom one more time, and then we'll mess around for like maybe like half an hour more or something, and then we'll go from there. All right, I'll be right back. Give me a sec. Hi, Kitten. Capture the beast. Ugh. No, you stay. You stay. Okay. I've acquired a kitten. Wait, no. Oh, wait, no. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Okay, there we go. The beast of the void has been captured. Yes. She's purring. I don't know if she's happy about it, but it might be a self-calming purr. Look at her fluffy ears. Look at that ear fluff. Purring from anger. Is purring from like, I want to leave and I'm trying to calm myself down? At least I assume that's what it is. Because apparently that can be a purr thing. Honestly, I'm going to work on the rule book, but it's gonna be the an art thing instead. Let me do. I want to do the can't escape rulebook streaming. Honestly, you probably will, because like I said, next week won't be here. So a lot of that's probably gonna be writing, because it's just gonna be the easiest thing to do. I can't really do a lot of, I mean, I can do drawing, but like not to the same extent I can on this computer. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do the Old God card anatomy. I don't think much needs to change here. We just need 2 defeated effects, 1 on either card. So let me open the other one and make sure. I guess I could add the icon card type, but I don't think it's really necessary. Especially if it's in the other. I don't know, we'll see. Super exciting rulebook stuff. Let's just add. So we need to pick 2 cards to add in here. I don't know if it can't be both these cards technically. I think we'll probably do like. What needs to be the criteria is the question. We need base text. We need a. I mean, I guess it could be positive. I mean, first one has to be a monster with a base effect. And then we go from there. I guess it could be Nethermuck, although I think I would rather have. I think we'd do Rift Spawner still as one of them. So I like the art and yeah. What am I doing? Download this card. Download. Yeah, I think I want to do some more like stream element stuff. Although I don't know exactly what that would even entail, because I don't know if there's much I can do besides like the border and like a following thing on Twitch, which doesn't really get me that much until I become affiliated. Affiliated? Partnered? I still can't remember which one it is. Affiliated, I think, yeah. And then the other thing is I think I'm gonna put Rift Spawner. Oh, you know what I need to do too before I do this? Maybe some like Discord stuff, like some emotes and stuff I think could be interesting. Not that it really matters, but right now I just have like soul icons and I'm kind of like on that. It'd be more fun to just do some more interesting things. Inches. Is that crop things? That's the question. Like, does that ruin everything? Also, that really just needs to be white instead of black. Yeah, I mean, if we want to keep talking about anything, feel free to ask any questions. I'm kind of just, it's kind of fun to just, like, talk about stuff. Just yapping, as the kids say. But why does that not scale evenly? Because I'm not scaling the cards. You're dumb. Beats, you're dumb. What I want to do, actually, just to make sure this is consistent, let's take one of these, paste it in here, so we can kind of reference for scale. Actually, can I control T? 21%, about thereabouts. Kind of not. I'm kind of just nothing down. Potential. I'm guessing that's jotting down potential stuff, and for a potential game, I'm thinking of potentially making potentially. That's a lot of potentials. if you want to talk about it, I'm here. I'm here for you if you want to talk about it. No, if you want to, if you need help, I am very happy to help. I'd love to hear what you come up with, because I'm a fan of Maximus. Maximus comes up with some cool ideas. No, why? Shit, let's do this. This will help me scale it properly. There's probably a better way to do this. I won't lie. But I'm all about heuristic methods. I could probably like try to figure out what the percentage of whatever is and then do some actual something or other, but the grand scheme of things, the percentage of the card size being exactly correct is not really a big deal. Yeah, it's cool. What kind of game? What sort of like a general idea what you're thinking? Why did it do that? I probably should read the message that it's supposed to saying. Hello? Is it because this is just rasterize both of these? I think that's probably the problem. I keep not reading the thing that's like, oh, you should do this. I'm like, that doesn't matter. I'm guessing it's rasterizing these though, because it's like the link is broken. It keeps undoing when I hit enter. Well, the idea is something I got from a random generator. A superhero that can't stop gaining new superpowers. Interesting. Okay. Now, would this be a board game or like a video game, or what you're thinking? That is kind of a fun concept, though. I could see that being like a roguelike sort of thing. Video game. Nice. Do you know coding at all? I can't remember if that was a skill set of yours. The teeniest bit. Nice. Well, I don't know anything, so you're already a step above me. Yeah, coding, knowing coding would be pretty rad. Like, I have some minimal knowledge of like Game Maker from like 1,000 years ago, but I was using just the original like drag and drop stuff. You know, so that's not helpful. What else do I know? I know some Excel formulas. That's kind of like coding. That's the closest I've got, I think. All right, theory, this is, like it says, 21. 21. Done. What do you, what What game engine have you used? Or have you not used game engines? Have you just done coding in general? What language, I guess, is what I'm asking. Alright, so we need something with a negative defeated effect. And I think doing a non-monster makes sense, maybe? Hold on, wait, hold. No, it needs an attack order. I guess we could do a spawner on this side and a structure on the other side. Using Godot, but I don't know enough to know what language Godot uses. Godot uses GD script, I think, which is their own coding, right? The coding I know is basically cheating off Godot tutorials, so far anyway. As they say, tutorial hell. Where you're just copying stuff from other things. Which I think is kind of like a... Like, people make a big deal out of that. But the goal is just to learn from what you do, right? Once you know how different things function. The problem isn't so much that, like, it's a problem to learn from tutorials, but it's more of a problem with tutorials themselves, that they're teaching you how to do something very specific and not what the things... And not, like, the things that the engine, or, like, the... What am I trying to say here? I think I want Null Sanctum. Just 'cause it's cool. It's how you start learning anyway. Yeah, I mean, you can't, like, rely on... I think just a lot of tutorials probably aren't good, if that's the problem, right? Because you should be learning how everything functions rather than... Like, the way I learned, like, After Effects is watching Video Copilot tutorials, which are, like, amazing. But I wouldn't have learned that stuff if I hadn't, like, watched those tutorials. So it's like, people talking about getting stuck in tutorial hell is just kind of silly to me. You just have to learn. It's all. You just have to learn. This needs to be on this side. I guess it's just like a problem with people knowing how to learn, if that makes sense. I think some people don't understand how to learn things. Sounds like a skill issue to me, you know what I mean? Okay, okay, jeez, calm down. Like, obviously, like, you know, obviously sometimes it's gonna be hard to learn things, and you can just, like, get stuck in, like you said, like, you can get stuck just using all the stuff you learned from a tutorial over and over again. But as long as you learn the concepts rather than just the exact information that you have, that's the thing. And I think that's the problem with, like, tutorials themselves sometimes, is that they don't explain the fundamentals, and they just explain how to do the thing. In that case, they're not really teaching, they're just showing you how to do things. They're giving you a formula. It's, I mean, the same problem with, like, schools a lot of time. Like, it's like, oh, how do you solve this problem? Oh, you plug it into your calculator. It's like, well, that didn't let me learn anything, you know? That just told me how to plug something into my calculator. Which is what I really learned, and not the actual formula, you know? Can I move this without ruining everything? The answer is kind of. Tutorials fell into the same trap schools fell into a while ago, for sure. Yeah, you have to teach people how to learn and not just how to, you know, drag and drop a solution. So yeah, I mean, it really depends on whose tutorials you're following, right? Well, some tutorials are good. That guy answers your questions right as you're about to ask it, while others can't even teach you how to make a button properly. True. I feel like this color has to be like slightly different. Yeah, I like the blue, but it wasn't showing up well on the teal. It's still kind of wrong, but yeah, so yeah, maybe gold or orange or something. Yeah, it's better. Yeah. This have to actually tell you what you should be doing. And the reasons behind what they're doing, right? It's like, here's this, and you do this because it does that. And rather than just being like, do this and then do that and then do this and then do that, that's the problem. You need to like understand why. Which is why like doing some like fundamental stuff is usually important, I think. Rather than just like tutorials. And then once you understand the fundamentals, you can learn stuff from other tutorials. Like you can pick information out of things like, oh, they did this, and then that's how they got there. Unless you just find someone who's just really good at tutorials, you know? Who just explains things really well. I just found like a guy who does like After Effects tutorials, and he goes into like each individual component and explains what they do, and it was like, okay, this is great. This is the kind of stuff you know, you need for that kind of thing. Good example is that in physics, it's like, instead of this is the formula, a good teacher will say this is the formula because pressure is impacted by heat, the amount of gas, the volume of the tank. Yeah, exactly. Exactamundo. This is actually positive. Whatever, you know what? We'll fix it in a second. So we're probably getting close to this repeating. crazy. My brain's starting to know when my playlist is almost over. It might seem dumb that I'm copying and pasting the word positive, but I don't trust myself to spell words correctly, so here we are. Wrong button, or maybe I was selecting the wrong thing. Yeah. Hello? A negative? I feel like that's just like a lame way to describe this. Be like a negative effect that that triggers once the card is destroyed, and then just doing a positive. Yeah, it's like just me explaining the term with the term. Like something that bad happens for the player. We're doing this something with actually has a text editor. Spell check. The card with this symbol is destroyed. It causes something bad to happen for the player. I think that sounds better. More clear. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it's just the same thing. Kind of ends up being same, but here we are. I like how all the engagement died when I started doing rule stuff. We all know the rule book stream is super engaging. Probably make this a little bit wider so we can get it a little bit nicer looking. Still not happy with this color on here. I don't know why. Oh, also, for some reason, I guess I didn't ever do a arrow. There we go. I want to move this a smidge. So that looks a bit better. And then, I guess the base effect could be a tiny bit bigger too. Help if I had the right layer selected. pink might be actually be okay. That doesn't really show up super well on there. We're just using my only green. Maybe just a lighter blue. Like a lighter, more saturated blue. I think red just like reads so much better as like, hey, this is here. Whereas like every other color is kind of like, but the whole card is red, so it's like not really something I can do. Vibrant purple just looks wrong for some reason. Maybe pink is the option. Just a bright pink. Probably not great for color blindness. It's pink or orange, I think, is the way to go. Because I like how it draws your eyes. But because like the other colors don't really draw your eyes as much, they're kind of just like whatever. I'm probably overthinking it. Maybe we'll just stick with blue. Let's do a little bit lighter. It's good enough. Overthinking it. Cool. Done. Oh man. Okay. That's done. I guess I just need to crop this. I think the slightly offset to the side, isn't it? Nope, stop it. And I'm back. Welcome back. We're just making some card anatomy stuff. Google says blue is a safe bet as most types of colorblindness have little effect on blue, how blue is perceived. Is that true? I thought blue and red are confused a lot. Well, I guess blue stays as is, and then the other colors. Because there's blue. I don't know. It's so hard to like work with every color blindness. So that's why I try to just make things different shapes, and like it doesn't really matter. And like in this case, the lightness is good enough that you can kind of tell that that it's outlining it anyway. So I think that's good. It's the contrast, I think that's more important than the color, you know? So we'll go with that. That's the other one, which has red, but, you know, it contrasts well with the stuff. Colorblind friendly palettes usually use two main colors like red and blue along with the shades made from two different hues. Yeah. I should do a little more research on that, honestly. My goal is just, you know, to make everything have not only is it a shape, but it is also a color. Like the attack icon and the, you know, and the unit gain icon. One's a diamond, one's a circle, but they also have different colors and different numbers and stuff like that inside of it. So it's no matter what, you're accounting for something. So, oh, the stream's still running. Nice. Yeah, I just finished this. better catch it. But my brain really struggled with but for a second. I'm like, bad tis, and I'm like, oh, but My dyslexic brain was like, those are words. No, they're not. Bad TSS. I forget you're dyslexic sometimes. I don't know how. I don't know how you forget it. It's mentioned every stream. I literally copied and pasted the word positive because I wasn't sure that I was spelling it right because I didn't you know, here we are. I was like, let's look at somewhere where it's spelt correctly. All right, that's right. Yeah, honestly, now I don't know what to do. I think I've done everything that I should do. Technically, we're at 3 hours, so I could be done. It's probably around my lunchtime. But I am kind of having fun streaming, so I'm kind of like, you know, start doing React content. I'll just eat food while we watch something. Not really, but yeah, I don't know. I think I've literally done everything that I need to do, with the exception of the rule book, and then like making new cards. But I don't think I have the. I'm trying to think like what's the plan right now, you know? How bad are these? Deck building, old gods indicate whatever. Yeah, these are all. Oh yeah, alternating player phases. That could have been interesting, but I still think that's too complicated. Yeah, this is nothing. Anyway, num 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 num. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, literally the only thing I think I can work on that I have planned is the rule book, and that's just gonna be boring. And I've kind of just like been using ChatGPT to help me write it, if I'm being honest. I fed it like the entire game, and I'm just been working on that. But I got like this stuff done. I am gonna end up just doing it in Photoshop because I can't handle just doing it in Word. I tried using what's it called? InDesign, because I was like, oh, maybe that will work. But honestly, it doesn't. The only thing that it has over Photoshop is that you can do multiple pages, and then it's just like, I may as well just save out each page, and then I can just compile it into a PDF afterward. It's like, I really don't care. Like I'm over it. And I think you can compile stuff like that. I'm not entirely certain. I'll have to like, can I, if I like export as, oh, you can export past Illustrator. I did not even notice that. Like, what if I, like, what happens if, okay, wait, no, I can't. PNG, JPEG, or GIF. I mean, I'm sure I can just turn image files into a PDF, right? What's PDF Acrobat? Yeah, you can create PDFs. I'm sure I can create one from a bunch of images, especially if they're already page sized. That'll be a later thing though. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I probably should just be done and eat food, and then probably finish my working on the children's book thing I've been working on. And like I said, I can't really do that on stream, unfortunately. I mean, I probably could. It probably doesn't really matter, but again, trying not to like cause any issues. Can pivot 180 degrees and start streaming Risk Rain too. Don't tempt me. I'll do it. I think if I did that, I would only probably do it on like Twitch. Speaking of which, I wonder if like I was wondering if anyone was streaming that I know, which I arguably don't have like anyone on my stream list. I was like, we could raid someone on Twitch, but yeah, I think I would only do Twitch if I did video games, because I don't really feel like it makes sense to have what am I trying to say? Oh no, I'll know you do. I'm trying to tempt you. I think, yeah, I just don't want to have the VOD of like, there's no point of having me have a VOD of video game gameplay, I feel like. Well, there, sir. You have a good day and take care at later days. Yeah, I'll probably be back my typical Wednesday and Friday, but after that, like after this week, I'm gone for an indefinite amount of time. Probably like, you know, a week or two max, I would assume, but you never know. I don't know. Would it be fun to watch me play video games? Like, is that something that would be interesting? I don't know. Because I don't know. Maybe I could try it, but I feel like it would just end up being like, I don't know. Here we are. Yeah, I really do need food though, because my brain's like starting to lose functionality because I can't handle like not being at perfect you know, brain capacity. That's not what I meant to click on. I hope your dad's recovery is quick and done. You'll be good. Yeah, for sure. No, I'm not too worried about it. I think it'll be fine. It's just yeah, I just won't be here for a minute. But I'll probably get a good bit done. I think my goal is to just work on you know, just scripts and stuff like that. But all right, I'm procrastinating. I'm gonna go get food. Thank you all for joining me. It was swell. Here, we'll show my face. Yeah, I'll be back Wednesday and Friday, and then I'll have to figure out something to do. But yeah, I'll be back those 2 days, and then after that I will be gone for a week ish. All right, y'all, it was fun. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you again. Bye. If I